What's up guys, SkyKevin here, and today I wanted to give an update on what's happening with the Last Oasis official servers, because as of writing this video, many of the tiles will be burning in 2 days' time. This was added into a patch that took place a few weeks ago when the portal system seemed to have broken for traveling between the tiles. I believe during this patch, the burn timer was set, and now we're waiting to see exactly what's going to happen. It's no surprise they're shrinking the map, given the low player numbers, and seeing as they've said they would do this on the previous updates before. But what's interesting about this is the full-on radio silence from the devs since the Ancient City update back on November 23rd. All I can say, which is based solely off of speculation, is that we might hear something from them at this point in time when the burn happens as to what's currently the roadmap with the game. To those that were wondering, yes, I'm still playing LO Official, but of course in between the Dark and Darker playtests. I've spent a lot of time making different videos on LO, particularly trying to explain the mechanics of the game, and there's a lot more topics I'd like to get into, whether it's special builds or things you might not be aware of. Unfortunately, I can't really justify making hyper-detailed videos if I, like everyone else, am kept in the dark about what exactly they're developing. For instance, it might be nice to make a video highlighting the schematic loot locations of everything from the event maps or even the hard map, but if I do that, and a week later they announce they're going in a completely different direction, that video won't really matter anymore. So that being said, I'll be keeping to artsy videos and some shorts of different escapades I experience while I'm playing. I generally hate dumb YouTuber update videos, so let's get back to LO. We obviously haven't heard anything from most of them, so I decided to do some digging and try to check on things behind the scenes. One of the first things I noticed was on Donkey Crew's website, donkey.team/jobs. They have an animation programmer and a UI programmer add up, but interestingly, they used to have a position for a video content creator, which I actually applied for at one time. Unfortunately, I never received a response from them, but I assume that they must have taken the position down from the website since then. It's just interesting that they left the animation and UI programmer positions up. I'll keep the identities of the employees secret, but I did end up doing a deep dive on the team, and honestly, I haven't found anything alarming. Since Chad's has seemingly moved on from LO, I checked into whether they're working on any other type of games and didn't really come up with anything. And no one has even mentioned a peep about going into a different direction, whether it's a new game or otherwise. I checked out whether they had registered any new trademarks or any evidence of the company being moved or dissolved. I couldn't come up with anything. As far as I'm aware, they still have people on their team from all over Europe and all over the rest of the world who are working there. What exactly they're working on is anyone's guess. They could be trying to make Last Oasis 2 for all I know, or even attempting to upgrade to Unreal Engine 5. So far there hasn't been a single announcement for any of this, and I find it all quite mesmerizing. Here we are a few months after the Ancient City update, and there is still clearly content in their game that hasn't been released. We still don't have any of the larger walkers, we don't have the giant go-go creature, along with probably many other small additions they've made to the game over the previous year from Season 4 to 5. Another interesting facet is the silence from a member like Washed the Role Player. Early on in the season, he was quite talkative with everything going on and was actively working on things like the rig system for walkers. He wasn't afraid to jump into chat and banter with the people giving feedback. I will admit, this never seemed very constructive, but I always saw it as a way the game still had a pulse, that things were happening behind the scenes. But now that he's uncharacteristically silent, I can't help but wonder, is it A, due to a defeated dev who just can't keep up with the vitriol? B, he's no longer actively working on the development team with the rest of the DK team? Or C, that he, along with any other member of the team, has been asked to remain silent on the state of the game as a way to put their heads down and work in peace? Or perhaps they've decided to give up on developing their official servers and are aiming to reach a mod kit where the community can develop their own content for the game instead. I think it's a good idea to have a look at the last words from that November update. However, taking into account the size of the planned updates, we're talking overhauling literally the entire PvP experience here and more, we expect that it's very unlikely that we'll be able to deliver those full-scale overhauls, at least within a month. So if you take into account the December holiday season and what is essentially 2 months from that period of time, maybe they aren't in fact behind it all and planned to reach the new PvP update release on the last day of February when the tiles burn. Look, I don't know if that's the answer, and a lot of this is speculation, but well, I'm sure we'll find out soon enough, and I'll be sure to update you on any big news that comes out. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.